great game for them. Great game. They played well. Made some big shots. Made big shots on the stretch. Did a few good. We did some good things, but you know we got minus 17 on the glass. We got out rebounded, which really hurt us. They missed 20. They missed 25 shots and got 12 of those offensive rebounds. It kills you. Kills you. I mean, they got half the shots they missed. They got the offensive rebound. We turned over 20 times. Like we did a lot of good things, but like the fact they just, you know, it's frustrating. I mean, they came in. I thought we got up by 9. And we just couldn't pull away, and then they got up by, you know, it was a 20-2 run or something like that. That really put us in bad shape. So yeah, credit to them. I mean, they made big shots. Bayless, the kid makes a big shot at the end. Obviously, a big shot off an out of bounds play again. I don't know how many times that's happened. Out of bounds play off of the post, kid hit a guy for a 3. Bumble hit a 3, and they hit 3 at the end. So yeah, I mean, gotta keep plugging away. But tough loss, tough way to end the weekend, obviously, but we'll get back to work.
So when they go on the run, you fight back, they take the lead, you get it back with 6 seconds to go, and then the shot at the end, is that just more frustration than anything? You guys did do some good things down the stretch. What can you take away from this one?
Yeah, it's hard because, like, we got ourselves down and had to fight so hard to get back into it, you know, and it's like, it takes a lot of energy. Like, you know, I mean, we missed big free throws, we missed layups. You know, I mean, they made 3 big threes. Like it's, you know, it's basketball, right? You know, like they made 3 big threes. We missed shots at the rim. We should make. We missed. You know, free throws are huge. They shot 24, made 19. And that's all. I mean, we made in the game. It's crazy. We made 7 more shots in the game than they did, and we still get beat. Like they made 19 free throws. We scored. We made. And I'm not playing the foul calls at all. I mean, they went to the basket. They got fouled. They made free throws. So, you know, yeah. Very, very frustrating. A lot of losing stinks. It just stinks. It just is what it is. But I thought Niagara played very well. They have tough guys. I thought they competed. I thought their energy was great. Greg does a very good job. So I mean, like you can mad at all you want to, but a lot of credit goes to them for how well they played. And he kind of messed when they went small. Them going small hurt us because they had guys like Marble and those guys were making plays. Bayless played great off the bounce. That really hurt. They like spread us out a little bit. And we have to guard the ball. We have to defend better. I mean, they shot. I thought the first half we really defended well, and then the second half they shot like 56%. We didn't get stops.
Greg had a rough night Friday night. He comes back and goes for 22. How much of an encouraging sign is that for him to bounce back?
Greg's a really good player. And when he brings energy and that kind of stuff and toughness and lock and he's focused, he's really good. So it's good to see. Good to see.
Coach Ashima had a 2-pointer tied at 69 all, but do you feel like you need to get more from us? I mean, what more rebound?
To be honest, more from a lot of guys, right? I mean, Greg gets 24, and Iona gets 22, and it's like, how do you help us when you're not scoring, right? So, I mean, rebounding defensively, making the extra pass, making the extra play, things like that have to be important to us. So, like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys I think we have to get more out of it. I wanted to play our bench more today. That was the plan. But we brought our bench guys in. We got hurt a little bit on the glass. They got hurt a little bit with some defensively. So there's more guys we need more out of. But how do you help us win when you're not making shots? That's a big thing. And so, you know, we like every night you're not going to make shots. So it's like there's other ways you can help us win, and we're not getting a lot of that across the board. You know, but listen, it's a finicky thing, right? If that shot isn't going by Bayless, we're winning. And it was a gritty effort to get back in the game. But in the overall sense of the game, we didn't do enough good things.
With 6 seconds left, is the thought just not to foul the player? Is there any way you tell the players to create an obstacle?
Well, I mean, they came in a great shot. I would have ideally had a timeout there, and we would have called timeout and not. I thought we were back. I haven't seen the play yet, but I thought they got over the top of us. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
So we like to keep things in front there as much as possible. But the reality is they're going to get a shot. They got a pretty tough shot, and the kid makes a shot. You know, so ideally, if we had a timeout, but like you have to use your timeouts because we got behind to kind of get us back in the game, and all of a sudden you're out of timeouts. You can't make the plays you want to make maybe at the end right there. But I mean, we didn't. You know, kid makes a big shot. I gotta watch the play. I haven't seen the play yet.
Sure.
But I the credit to him. Kid made a big shot. You know, he makes that shot like, you know, what you can do.
So it was an interesting flow of the game because there was multiple times where it looked like Iona was about to make a run or starting to make a run. And then it would get slowed down. Then you finally got your run, and you get this 9-point lead. And then they go on a 17-0 run. What happened there?
I think they called timeout, we got up by 9. And I think our guys were talking in the timeout, and they were like, hey, we've been here before, like, this is a time to really dig in, get stops, and make that 9-point lead out. You get up to 12 or 13 or 14, all of a sudden you're in pretty good shape. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. I mean, I gotta watch the tape again, but it seemed to me like we got greedy. We shot the ball a bit early, and they scored they scored every time down at points, right? So it's like, yeah, I mean, that was a big stretch of the game right there. We go from up by 9 to down 7, you know? Frustrating.
On the bench, were you thinking of any adjustment to make on that, or just out of control?
We tried to go small because they went small, you know, and that was probably the thing, you know. So we were trying to, you know. It's
Right.
And listen, it's a game of runs a lot of times, but that run's too big. That's too big of a run. You got to be able to come down the floor and get it like you kill teams with patience, right? Not with daggers. We went for the dagger a couple times, like just kill them with patience. And I thought, like, listen, but a credit to them. You can't take away the fact they made big plays, they made big shots, and that's they made more plays than we did.
One other question, Tobin. It seemed like today that you were attacking the rim all night. Was that part of the plan? Because it wasn't much of a 3-point game. Was that part of a plan? Just the way the game developed?
Yeah, I mean, we had 48 points in the paint. It's pretty good. Yeah, I thought we attacked the rim great. Yeah, we'd like to do that, you know. But I think that's where any team at their best offensively, you can attack the paint, get the rim, and make teams have to suck in. Then you get your threes off that. So I thought we did a good job. I thought that part was good. They switched all of our screens, which made it tough for us, you know. But I thought we had offensively did some good things, you know. I mean, you can't get out rebounded by 17, especially because they went small, right? So you say, well, hey, if they go small, maybe they're harder to guard. But at least we'll pound on the glass, we'll pound on, be more physical. That didn't happen. So that's a frustrating part.
Outside of writing it down, the rest of the team goes 9 of 30. How do you get everybody on the same page?
So Jade, if I had to answer that question, I would be a millionaire, right? Yeah, I mean, we just got to keep working, right? Guys got to find their flow a little bit. But there's other things. I thought Joel Brown played very well. Like, I don't know how he scored, but like you could just feel like Joel was constantly, he had 9. Well, here's a guy, he's got 9 points, 4 assists, and no turnovers. You know, he helped us, like he scored a little bit, but he also got other guys' shots too. I thought he guarded pretty well too. So he helped us other ways too. So, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes the scoring is out of whack, depends on who's playing well that night. But you got it. Like, I love guys who fill the box score. You know, guys who can rebound a little bit, get guys shots, do things like that. We're not getting that done right now. We're gonna, if some guys aren't scoring, what else are you doing to help us win? But like this, they're great kids. They're trying hard. We're gonna get better. But yeah, but you can't, you know, you want to be a contender in this conference to lose at home in the MAAC twice. That's not good, you know. And that's kind of, you know, we gotta get better.
Do you think the bye on Friday comes in an opportune time?
No, I'd like to play right now if we could, you know. I mean, I like to go. I mean, I feel bad for the whole group because it's gonna be a long week, you know. So it's no. I mean, an 0-2 weekend is not like I'd like to go play as soon as we can. So no, we need to go. We need to play, you know.
So at halftime, I was looking at the stats. I was like, that's great. Held them 1 to 7 from 3, and then the second half they go 7 for 10 from 3. Is this the way the games work out sometimes, or is that something you see?
Yeah, I gotta see the tape and see what the threes. I mean, I know the last 3 threes. One was an out of bounds play with like 9 seconds to go. We went back to the inbounder, which it hurt us a little bit this year. One was on a hit the post, guy skipped it for 3, then the kid hit one at the end. Those 3 were about where the rest of them came from. One was against our press. I think they pressed through the head, hit a 3 there. They seemed to hit the big threes when they had to.
Right.
You know, that's when you have to, like, okay, they hit a couple threes, like they shoot the ball pretty well. We got to finish at the rim. We got to make free throws. You know, like it's hard to go 6 for 14 from the free throw line and win games because a lot of those free throws are going to be important free throws, and we just, you know, we didn't make them when we needed to, and that's what it is.
Sorry if you addressed this, but the 17 steals, is that a step forward for the defense and the press?
I mean, I think we turned St. Petersburg 19 times. We turned over these guys 20 times, so that part's good. We gave up some stuff in the press though too, so it's like there's some breakdowns at the back end of the press that has to get better. But I mean, I thought they have good guards and we turned them over. But yeah, I guess that's good. Like that's I'm just You're like my wife, everybody wants a positive spin on things. I'm like, it stinks. Losing stinks. Like it just does. Like it just, you can find a positive in a lot of things, but at the end of the day, there's a scoreboard, and we got beat. And I thought they came in with a lot of energy, a lot of juice. You know, do they have? I mean, listen, it's a big day for Iona basketball. Big day to retire Jim Valvano's number, name up the rafters, like an awesome thing. Awesome thing for I told the guys we're the caretakers of this program. We're here because of what Jim Valvano did, the other coaches did, and a lot of great people are back here. That stinks to lose on a day like today. I hate it. It stinks. I mean, it personally bothers me to lose on a day when all those people are back here. I mean, it stinks, you know, and I don't, you know.
Coach, did you follow Jim Valvano when you were a young coach, young player?
Absolutely, yep. But growing up in Iowa, obviously watching those games back in the day, and actually he spoke at a clinic I was at when my dad was a high school coach. We used to go to all these coaching clinics. Went to one in Iowa City, was Carver Hawkeye Arena, and he spoke there. They played their tournament. It's back when big schools go play in big schools tournaments. And he was there, did a clinic. He talked. He was the funniest guy in the world to listen to. It was before obviously he had cancer and stuff. But he was a great speaker, great coach. You know, and just awesome what's happened. I mean, his name since he's been going, like all this stuff that's been, you know, to raise money to fight cancer and all that's been going on. It's unbelievable what a privilege it is and an unbelievable responsibility to be at a school where he started this whole tradition and got it going. And yeah, I was excited for today for Iona and Iona basketball and all that's happened here. And you know, it was great to see all those people back here. And yeah, just, you know, like how I am as a person, like, it personally bothers me to get beat. You know, it just does. Like especially, I feel like I'm letting the program down, letting the school down because we have to do our responsibility and find a way to win on a day like today. You know, and that was kind of driven home, and we didn't do it. So, you know, you talk about a week off where you play, like we're going to go right back to work and work harder. That's all you can do, right? There's two options. One, you quit, and two is you go work harder. We're going to work harder. That's all that's going to happen. At some point, it will break through.
Tobin, you know, it feels like these losses, there's been scoring lulls, scoring droughts. What do you think has kind of been behind it? And today there was a 7-minute drought. What do you guys need to do to fix that?
So, like, all right, everybody's got an identity, correct? Right? Everybody's got a way how they play. Like St. Peter's is going to defend you no matter what happens. They're going to defend. They're going to defend. They're going to be tough. That's their identity, right? Niagara's got great guard play. Their guard's going to make plays and get shots and do things like that, right? What is our identity, right? So it's pretty obvious by now that we're not a great half-court offensive team. So for us, to win games and to win conference games and to have a chance to be in a contender in this conference this year, right? We have to defend and rebound because those droughts are going to happen. Like we don't have a low post scorer besides Greg. Greg's a little bit undersized, so it's like he can't score all the time in there, right? So we don't have a guy who can throw the ball to the post and say, hey, this guy's going to score for us, right? So to counter those droughts, we've got to guard, we got to get loose balls, we got to be tough, we got to be gritty, you know, and you got to do it for 40 minutes because the droughts are going to come. You know, I mean, it'd be very not naive is not the right word, but like it's just going to happen. You know, at some point we're going to have a hard time scoring in any stretch of the game. It's like we're not making shots. We're not a great power team inside. So we got to keep defending. And the fact that they shot 58% in the second half, you know, you can't counter. If they shoot what they shot in the first half, probably win by 10. But we didn't. We stopped guarding, and when you stop guarding, then the droughts really. That's when it really hurts you because now you know you're back. And especially how we played too with our press. If we can turn teams over, we can get some. Like, how do you stop the drought? Get a turnover for a steal. Get something in transition. Things like that. You know. Well, and we did it a little bit, but not during that drought at all. We kind of like let them dictate the game.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
We're good. Thanks.